Welcome back, YouTube. So today is the first in the series of Road to 100, and what Road to 100 is going to be is a road to me to getting to 100 kilos. So I'm going to take you through my day of eating and also my legs workout today. See you in the next clip. So unintentionally, I've kind of fasted today for about 13 hours, but this is what I'm going to eat before I go to the gym. Well, 2 hours before I go to the gym. It's chia seeds, it's peanut butter, pumpkin seeds, chocolate, some protein powder. It is vegan, but don't worry, I'm not vegan. I get asked this a lot on Instagram. I'm not vegan, and I do eat really clean, but this is about 90% of the time. I know people say it's unsustainable, but trust me, it's a lot better. So here it is. I'm gonna eat this while I order a new laptop and also book Slender Man for tomorrow. So I'm gonna tell you the total macros. Bumble just loaded up. So you're looking at 53 protein, 11 carbs, 15 fiber, and 64 fat. Very keto friendly. Okay, so I waited a few hours for the meal to digest, and now I'm going to take a pre-workout. I don't usually use pre-workouts, but on Saturdays I don't go to bed early, so I can afford to take a pre-workout and maximize my workout. It's around 2 o'clock. I would never drink caffeine at this time usually, but why not? It's a Saturday. And it's my second leg routine of the week, so my legs are a bit battered from the first. This is really intense. I'm going to take you through the whole routine, do not worry. You'll see why I need this. So I take Pre-Caged by Chris Gethin, so his brand's Caged Muscle. I use their protein as well, just because I find the ingredients are great. I mean, it's got a long list of ingredients here, and yeah, it's got a lot more of the effective stuff like L-citrulline, which gives you that pump, and beta-alanine, which helps you last longer, and also got B vitamins in, which are going to give you that extra kick, B12 especially. So as far as pre-workouts, this is the best on the market. I've analysed loads of ingredients. I've tried pretty much all of them. You need about 2 scoops of C4 to get maybe 75% of what this has got in it. And the caffeine, obviously it's a lot of caffeine, 274 milligrams, but it doesn't give you that really bad come down like most pre-workouts do. So I suggest giving this a try. If you haven't already, that is. It comes in 3 flavours and they all taste great. So fruit punch, crisp apple and berry. I haven't tried berry, but crisp apple is really good. It's like a sour candy apple flavour. But yeah, it's really good. I'm going to take 1 scoop and I sip this for around 30 to 40 minutes. So just a bit before and during my journey to the gym. And I do this because it's got a lot of ingredients in. You don't want them to go straight through you. And when you sip on it, it gives them time to, your body time to process those ingredients. So, like I said, 1 scoop and off to my legs workout, and I'll see you in the gym. So for my first exercise, following a warm-up and then a bit of mobility movement, I do the hip abductions. I do it on the machine. I know people do it with cables as well, but I do it on the machine, just 2 sets, nice and easy. It's already set up for you. I do as many as I can. I do one probably about 10 to 15 reps, and then the second's probably about 6 to 8 or however many I feel like, just until I get warm. This really loosens up the hips, helps loosen up and activate the glutes as well, because sitting on a desk all day just tightens it up. And obviously when I'm not at the gym, I am sitting on a desk, so I need to make sure that I'm all prepared for when I do lift the weights so I don't injure myself. Then I follow it up with a hip adduction even, sorry. I do 2 sets of these. So again, same method, just as many as I want to, just until I feel warm. And bear in mind, this is following some light dynamic stretches, some foam rolling. So I'm already a bit loose, but I want to loosen up a bit more because of that desk sitting really tights the hips. And if the hips are tightened too much, you can get injured quite a bit easier. So my first exercise is front squat. I'm going to do 4 sets of front squats. But first, I'm going to warm up. My rep range is about 6 to 8 reps. I know that's pretty low, but I want to focus on more strength rep range with the more compound movements, and then with the other movements I'll probably go higher reps. But I start with just the bar, so this bar is 20 kilos. Although it may look thin, it's definitely 20 kilos. I just do a few sets. I know my back's going a bit forward, but it's weird, that just happens when it's just the bar. I think my body likes to just go all over the place. Bear in mind, I am very tall, I'm 6'4". There's a long way for me to go down, it does get a bit wobbly. And before my injury, I was doing a lot heavier on this. Even a warm up, well, my warm up would be what my main set is now, which is pretty frustrating. But I guess when you get injured, you've got to look at the bright side and just move on. And I'm warming up with 40 kilos. Each of those discs are 10. So I'm still doing that back motion, but less than when I was doing it with just the bar, which is very strange. But I guess, like I said, I'm 6'4". My body moves in some weird ass position sometimes. I don't understand it, especially when I'm viewing it. Also, this viewing angle is not the best. I'll get a better one next time. I was just playing around with it. First time filming in the gym. So my working set is actually 60 kilos, so 20 plate on each side and 20 kilos for the bar. This is exactly half of what I was doing in January, which is very depressing. I was doing 120 for 6 reps, same depth exactly. And as you can see, my back isn't doing that weird bendy thing forward like I'm made of rubber again. So it's just going much smoothly down, I guess, and my body's aware that I've got weights. There's 2 ways to do the front squat, but I like to do it crossing arms as a way to do it when you turn your wrists up as well. But I'm not a fan of that. I feel like it puts a lot of pressure on my wrists. So there's me relaxed. I just wanted to give you another angle so you can see that I am going pretty deep. Like I said, I'm pretty tall. It's a long way for me to go down, and I would have definitely improved these angles. I wasn't fully aware of how I was actually doing it until I saw it afterwards, and that's a bit late. I'm already editing it, but I'll definitely do this again. As I said, I'm doing 4 sets of front squats. Front squats are what I alternate with normal squats. So I'm doing a upper and lower split at the moment. So one day is upper, then lower, then upper, then lower. On the first lower day, which is the first leg's day, is a normal squat, and I'm doing a front squat on the next leg day. And the next exercise I'm doing is lunges. I'm doing 3 sets of lunges and 6 to 8 reps again, and I'm only managing to do 40 kilos. This is the first time I've done barbell lunges. Someone actually told me these are not called lunges, they're only called lunges when you're lunging forward. They're actually called split squats apparently. And when you put your leg on the bench or something similar, or ball, or however you like to do it, that's actually called a Bulgarian split squat. Do not ask why, I don't know. I'm gonna Google it after this, but I've done 3 sets of around 6 to 8 reps, 40 kilos. Again, I was doing a lot more before, but it's only gonna get better and better. The next exercise I did was leg curls. I aimed for 10 to 15 reps of these and 3 sets. I mean, I've improved a lot with these as well. This used to be a weak muscle of mine, even before as well, back in January when I wasn't injured. It was still pretty weak muscle. So I'm doing on 50 kilos. I think I've done around 12 for the first set, and then it went to about 10. But it felt good. I really felt the burn. I like to squeeze at the top, as you can see. I like to feel my legs as well, like a weirdo. Just feel the muscles contracting. I find it does a better connection and gives you that bit more motivation when you can feel the muscles contracting. Personal preference. It's not a must. It's definitely not necessary. The next exercise I did, and this is the final one for my legs, I did leg extensions. So this is an all-time favorite, but I was definitely doing a lot more. This was, I think, 55 kilos, and I did it the same concept, 10 to 15 reps for 3 sets, and that felt damn good. The pump was ridiculous. I felt blood rushing. Pre-workout and legs go very, very well. Then some standing calf raises. As you can see, I don't have any calves. I'm trying to find them with these dumbbells. Doing a bit of a gymnastic technique. I know, again, I'm sorry for the weird camera angle, but I'm going more on my toes and bending my knees, as you can see. So I'm going into the motion more. My calves
look like they're getting a good workout, they felt like they're getting a good workout, and I find this is the best way to get a full range of motion with your trainer still on, which is very good. No one wants feet in the gym, that's for sure. Then after this I moved on to abs, so I usually do these side raises for obliques, so I do 2 sets of these, as many as I can do really with hanging exercises. And I am swinging a bit, but I'm telling you now, it was burning my obliques, and at this point I was pretty darn knackered. So that's 2 sets of those for obliques. Then after that I move into leg raises, but I do leg raises in a quite different way. So I just show the heel, bend the knees, I do them straight as well, but being so tall, this setup wasn't the best for me to fully extend and straighten my legs, otherwise I would be scraping along the floor, and that wouldn't have went down well at all. Last but definitely not least are decline crunches. I do these until failure. I do 2 sets of them. I really squeeze at the top and make sure I don't go all the way up, because you lose the contraction, you lose focus on the abs, and you just pull in your lower back, and you'll actually hurt your lower back if you go too far up, and you'll definitely hurt your neck. Just keep it very controlled, keep your neck in the same position, squeeze up like someone's going to hit you in the stomach. So I finish this up with back raises on the Roman chair. Yeah, this is called a Roman chair. I do about 3 sets of them. I do it until complete failure, and yeah, really get a good squeeze at the top. This is very important to protect your lower back and strengthen it for deadlifts. Hope you enjoyed the commentary, and now you're going to see what I eat post-workout.
So after a brutal leg session, I went to the sauna for 20 minutes just to relax, and obviously for the sauna benefits. Then I had a freezing shower after that, otherwise I'd still be sweating. After that I went and picked up some stuff from the supermarket because I'd run out of chicken or meat or fish. I usually have mainly chicken, to be honest, in my diet. So I picked up these free-range chicken thigh fillets. The reason I got thighs instead of breasts are I'm doing keto in the daytime and carb up in the evening, so it's targeted keto. So I'm gonna have maybe 2 or 3 of these, see what they come out at when I weigh them. But yep. Then some padron peppers, gonna roast these. Some spinach, I'll saute this. And some luscious and sweet British strawberries. These are still very keto friendly, they're very, very low in sugars. And yeah, we'll have maybe 150 grams, probably come out about 7 grams of sugar and about 2 grams of fiber. So very, very keto friendly. Probably the most keto friendly fruit, apart from raspberries, probably actually similar, to be honest. And then, lovely fruit infused sparkling water. I'm gonna have 1 can, comes out at a total of 0 carbs and 0 calories. It's basically sparkling water with a drop of watermelon in, but it's still a bit of a fix because you feel like you're getting something sweet when you're not really. So it's good enough, especially for my keto days. I'm going to put this in the freezer. I'm going to prepare the food, and I'll show you what it looks like at the end. It's going to be Mexican style, my favorite. So I cooked the chicken thighs in smoked paprika, some cumin, some coriander, black pepper, and some cayenne pepper powder. There's the peppers. I just coated them in coconut oil and put them in the oven for about 15 minutes. Pretty simple meal. There's 150 grams of strawberries. There's a beautiful keto-friendly drink. And there's some black chocolate. This is very low in sugar, 90% by Lin. So it's 14 grams per 100 grams. I'm only gonna have 40 grams. And that leaves me with 2,367 calories in 2 more meals. I usually do 3 meals, but today, because I'm not doing IF, intermittent fasting, I'm doing 4 meals instead of 3. So I'm gonna eat this. So I'm gonna spend the rest of the day looking for a new laptop. As I said earlier, I was looking for one, spent 2 hours, found the Dell G5, I found the perfect. It was a 4K, and I thought I was going to get 15% off, and it turns out that was the ex-VAT price. So when I went and put it in the basket, it was almost £1,500. So I'm looking at paying around 1-2 at a maximum. I'm looking for something, preferably a 4K resolution, and something that's good for gaming, something that's good for video editing and everything in between as well. This HP Envy I've had for around 4 years now. It sounds like it's going to take off. It sounds like a helicopter right before it takes off. I need a new laptop. I'll check in at the next meal with you, show you what I'm eating, and until then, wish me luck. So this is one of the last summer evenings in the UK. I wanted to make the most by eating outside, hence why I'm in my garden. Perfect. So I've got my last keto meal of the day, and it's a tuna salad. So I make the tuna salad was tuna, avocado, rocket leaves, some radish and cucumber. I usually put some pickles in here and some tomatoes, but I didn't have either of those, and I used the Hunter and Gatherer mayo. So it's made with avocado oil. This is their plain mayo. I'll drop the link in the description. You know, only a few ingredients, so just the avocado oil, the free range eggs, apple cider vinegar, pink Himalayan salt, and that's it. Really good, high in vitamin E, and yeah, avocado oil's always a good choice rather than vegetable oils, or some use soybean oil, some use also sunflower oil as well, so it's a really good choice. Then the trusty Frank's hot sauce. I also drizzled some olive oil in there, and yeah, that's good to go. This is my last keto meal. I've got a total of about, let me tell you exactly, 1,463 calories to go, and that's made up of about 55 grams of protein, about 200 grams of carbs, and about 41 grams of fat, that is. Okay, so yeah, easily do that in my carb meal, which is next. Last keto meal. My final meal is this buckwheat pasta with roasted vegetables, topped with this Wonder cheese, cocoa dairy free, no soy as well, so it's just packed with water, potato starch, coconut oil and coconut cream, a bit of salt as well. And then you have a spoonful of sun-dried tomato. I've done a few more than a spoonfuls, but that's topping it as a sauce. Then you have these hot picante peppers, whole. I can't usually eat them because they're quite high in carbs, but as I said, this is my final meal and my carb meal. And then I have milk by Rebel Kitchen, chocolate, quite high in sugar again. Wouldn't normally have it, but I think it's date syrup. No, date nectar, same thing. Then I have a banana and an apple, a pink lady obviously, because pink ladies are the best apples in the world. And that's my final meal. And it brings me to a total of, where did it go? Yeah, I've had 179 grams of protein, not quite 205, but I do anywhere between about 160 and 205. And then carbohydrates around 250 even. Then fat is around 263, a bit over, 13 grams over, but oh well, who cares? So that's the end of the first Road to 100 series. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe as well, it really does help. Share this video with anyone you think might enjoy it, and I'll be doing many more in the series as well. This is all the road till I become 100 kilos again. Till I weigh 100 kilos again. At the moment I'm around 91. So, and I'm eating around 4,000 calories a day, so slight surplus, but for the amount of exercise I'm doing, just about. Until the next video, adios.